My fellow friends, we're gathered here today to appreciate our rescuing of Ryoichi and the sushi dish he's about to serve us.
Hey, basically, with that cutscene, I love the idea, like, oh, man, hey, what's that sound? Smashes through the wall.
Someone calling himself FA. After some more
And basically, as we're about to start learning with the subtitles, thank you, in the background and stuff, El Jefe is supposed to be a modern-day villain who was somehow brought all the way back after destabilizing many governments. Someone that I still feel like these cutscenes are showing way too much information, has somehow brought him back to, ye old Japanese ancient era times.
Go, Mices, go!
Wow.
The Mices didn't make it.
This guy had mysteriously vanished a while back, just as the authorities were closing in.
Nice hat.
That was a nice love mom
we had
picture.
found him, and we needed to take him down.
Well, we found our guy at the very
that's
least.
We were in for a tough battle, so we decided to start with Ryoichi's sushi shop.
And also, just to quickly say, we apologize. We said Chris Murphy was Bentley, I think at one point. We apologize. That would be Matt Olson, as always.
Oh,
Matt,
my bad.
right?
Chris Murphy
No,
is Murray.
Yeah. No, again, it's all good. Again, Kevin, Matt, Chris, y'all are great, and I still to this day think it was such a bummer that when they were gonna do the movie, they didn't think to bring Kevin back. They brought everyone else, but they didn't bring Kevin back.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't even begin to say why. Like, maybe he wasn't available at the time, or...
I like to call it Chris Pratt syndrome.
Well, what's funny is that, like, I don't know if I'd even say Chris Pratt syndrome, because the guy that they were getting to replace Sly wasn't even a celebrity. Like he is a very known Vancouver voice actor, Ian James Corlett, I think. I might be getting that wrong.
Oh, Mega Man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What do you mean?
From the Ruby Spears cartoon.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You'd be able to relieve that guard at the front door.
But, okay, I guess otherwise. Doug, did you ever see that old movie teaser from, like, oh god, I think actually 7 years ago now?
It was right around the same time this game came out, actually.
I have, actually, yeah.
I still think it would have been a really cool idea, like... And, I mean, and as we saw in the Ratchet and Clank movie at that one point, I think it was still absolutely a plan right up until the middle of the road reviews of the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did remember that, I think this was also, like, shot down as well, but I think they were attempting to salvage what they did for that and turn it into a TV series, but that ended up not going anywhere.
Nope.
Hup. Woo! And just like that, here is the next big mechanic next to the advanced costuming department. Sly 4 allows you to be put into the first-hand control seat of Sly's ancestors.
Yep, which I think is a much more worthwhile, addition to playable characters as opposed to like all those what Sly 3 offered.
And for the most part, barring I want to say one or two, barring I think just one exception, the way that the ancestors controls are basically just Sly Cooper but better at times. Like,
at least
Sly
with a
Cooper,
very specific gimmick. Like, obviously, with Ryoichi here, he was the one who invented the Ninja Spire jump. So his is obviously going to be a lot more professional.
And I do appreciate that attention to detail, that the specialized abilities that each of the Coopers have are actually, abilities that they wrote down in the Thievius Raccoonus that Sly does learn in the future games.
That is true, because I think there was with Ryoichi, and then there was also with the one that comes after him.
Yeah, the rail slide. More on that later.
That being said, though, it's not just because you're not able to actually bring the ancestors with you into the multiple time periods. They do they do give you some sort of advantage for Sly's case, in that he does either he learns them or you can buy like upgraded versions of some of his moves from the ThiefNet.
True. So. The big thing with, as we mentioned with Ryoichi, is that, as opposed to any other of the ancestors, his whole gimmick is around rapid traversal of ninja spire points, almost regardless of the distance. But speed just kind of angel.
Oh, mind the lights. These are a little well past his era.
Oh, jeez, that spooked me.
First I will reclaim my knives,
Oh, okay, that was just a yawn.
I thought he was like, what was that sound? That earth-shattering sound. Hey, I want to keep that in your back pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's sharp.
Yeah, sharp, but it is multi-purpose, and I don't mean cutting more than just fish. We also need it to unlock these doors.
What a weird... Why not? Why not? Let's have fun.
Also, let me know, he literally massacred the dude with his ninja stars.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be what they do.
Nope. Kunai are what we're supposed to be using, but I mean, there's games for kids.
Are kunai meant for killing?
Maybe.
I mean, I know they're sharp and all, but I figure they're just nothing more than distractions.
That was what they were mainly for, yeah, just making noise and clattering things.
Yeah, like ninjas weren't really known for, like, you know, if they can help themselves, they weren't really known for killing as opposed to just, you know, doing the obvious, being sneaky, and they were more so like messengers for their superiors.
Usually.
Yeah.
You know what?
So I guess I want to ask Doug, you know, just for the sake of more involvement, from
sure.
what all you've seen, like, what do you think of, like, you know, the ability to play as Sly's ancestors in this, and maybe just, like, the ancestors in general?
I like playing as the ancestors. I think they were pretty good with their own capabilities, especially from what the Thieves Raccoons showed us from the previous games. Although my favorite to play as is actually Ryoichi.
Oh no, he is fun to traverse around once you like learn how to like because there is no real cooldown with the focus. So I guess a random thought, but I would say when you really start to but be careful in these branches because they do only support your way for so long. But otherwise, honestly, hype. It kind of reminds me of just honestly playing Batman and Arkham, where you can like rapidly move from one side to the other.
Yeah. I guess another question that I want to ask. A question I want to ask for the lot of you. So, you know, for obvious reasons, they couldn't go over, like, every single, like, Cooper in the lineage. You know, I think you only have enough room for so much.
They tried to go for all of them.
Yeah. Of the Coopers that ended up not being a part of this game, were there any that you would have personally liked to have seen, like, more fleshed out in a scenario like this?
That's a good question.
On one hand, for diversity, but also for it'd be really neat to see how they make use of her gifts. I need to look up her name right now. It was the Actually, no. There's two of them. One of them would have been going to the pirate era because it was what was her face?
Henrietta One-Eyed Cooper.
Yeah, Henrietta One-Eyed Cooper. That would have been neat, again, for diversity's sake, to have a female Cooper actually be touched upon. And the other one, which would have been very neat, and because he was also one of the last like big Coopers that you learned of in the first ever game, was the Cooper that was all into like vehicles.
Oh, that's Otto Van Cooper.
Otto Van Cooper.
Yeah, Otto Van Cooper. That would have been neat to go like to like a World War I, World War II era. And like learn and see like his use of machinery and stuff, and just like that, turn the boiler on, and we are open for business.
Open for business, and we're about to scare the ever-living fuck out of everybody nearby.
We give you the power of fire.
Fire.
The pots are boiling, and the fish is mad.
I bet you're wondering how neon was invented back then.
Well, to be fair, they made it very clear that El Jefe and his crew are pretty much having a good handle on this town here. So I guess it would stand to reason that for some reason they felt like installing neon around here.
I need to, for the same reason as the La Chancla thing, I have to at least let you know that it's not Jefe.
Oh, I knew. I just wanted to say that to be disrespectful to him.
Fair enough.
Whatever you say, Gnork.
Like we've heard his name like 3 times. I know how to pronounce it. I just wanted to be stupid, as always.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, you sure caught our attention for it. Now we gotta go fish.
I want to be stupid now.
Don't worry, Logan. You'll be stupid one day.
Can you open it, buddy?
You really mean it?
Of course I do. You know I believe in you, you idiot.
Don't worry, Murray.
Just give it a couple of months and do nothing but play video games on the sofa.
I cannot believe this is my hobby. Anyway, also Contra Turtle.
Yeah, this certainly came out of nowhere.
Again, it's basically a reskin of the. For the most part, it's almost always twin stick shooters, and this time it kind of plays more like your typical Gradius game.
This is my online persona.
Also, I blame the bandana mixed with the heavy guns and, of course, the fact that he's freaking buff for some reason. I can't help but look at this and think of Jazz Jackrabbit.
It totally exudes that vibe.
Yeah. And the villain of that game was a turtle.
Yes, he was. A geek turtle at that.
Yeah, who became a demon dragon thing at one point towards the end, but anyway.
I guess to answer Steve's question about the ancestors, I have two in mind. One of them being what Logan said, the pirate one, and another one being, I guess, one of the Egyptian Coopers.
And that's the fun thing that we can talk about is that, again, we'll cover more about the plot significance of that when we get to it. But
of course,
it was heavily hinted at that the original that DLC was going to center around the Egyptian Coopers, since supposedly that would have been like the early, since I believe canonically, apart from the Ice Age guy, but that was more so by that was more so by coincidence than actually like planning to write everything down.
You can just make you can just make the argument that this particular Cooper was the one that conceived the Thieves Raccoonus.
Yep. And then they gave up on that and decided not to give people what they wanted.
No. Well, I'm not, so aside from those that love cinematic shooters.
Yeah.
That got itself a remake not that long ago.
Even though it kind of didn't really need it, and from what I understand, it actually removed features compared to the remaster it got beforehand.
Though it is funny you bring that up, though, because, weird as this is going to sound, like, I'm sure some of you are already aware of Sakurai's whole, like, video series regarding, like, video game tips and whatnot.
Yeah, his YouTube channel.
Yeah, his whole YouTube channel. I know he did a video not that long ago showcasing, like... He treated it kind of like a mini Let's Play, but just showcasing like all the quality of life features that were put into the Last of Us 1 remake.
Really?
He goes really in depth with it. It's one of those things where like it tackles a lot of ground.
That's interesting. I'm surprised that they allowed him to fully cover Last of Us 1 remake right there on his YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, he was sort of treating it like a Let's Play, so. Why not?
More broccoli. How did that? Anyway.
Bentley.
Oh, magic broccoli! Why do you keep haunting my trousers? But the thing is, why do I don't even have trousers.
I didn't even eat broccoli.
Nope.
Nobody saw that, right, Bentley? Saw what?
No, exactly.
Such serenity. Let's destroy it.
Nah.
Come on, for funnies. Look great on the blog.
Think you could open it?
We're here to fish, Murray, not cause havoc and destruction.
Well, I mean, if you look at it from a certain theological standpoint, isn't fishing destroying their lifestyle and economy?
Yeah, I will say with as far as how this game handles time travel, they very, very loosely and conveniently forget about the butterfly effect and just kind of just save the ancestor. That's all.
I mean, I feel like with this kind of game, you don't really need to dive that deep into the butterfly effect. Just be careful just have fun with it.
Yeah.
True.
Awesome! You know how much I like to hit stuff.
Well, there's the.
Oh, do we ever do?
Oh, okay. I'm just hitting it manually. Draw us off the bugs. We can move forward. Ah, well.
Those bugs are real suckers.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm still okay with the platforming aspect. As I can say right now that there hasn't in this game there aren't typically any challenges that are truly like BS or like really like weird leaps in difficulty. It all is still a pretty casual game.
Oh yeah, no, this game's very breezy, much like its predecessors.
Yeah.
At most, there might be like one or two BS moments, but yeah, I can't really think of them off the top of my head.
Again, it was mainly the story that was the only real thing I was a bit about. Otherwise, this was a perfectly serviceable sequel that will be again we still got quite a ways ahead of us to get through this game because again it's a little beefy.
Yeah.
A bit. I think chapter-wise, it's roughly around as long as Sly 3, but I could be wrong.
I want to say there's fewer oh yeah, now multiple times we're going to be needing to use the 6-axis so here I am trying to I need to follow them just enough. Yoink.
That can't be healthy.
I was about to say, them being so irritated to the point of turning red, I feel like that would affect whatever dish they're trying to make.
Worst case scenario,
Oh, now we got a timer.
Worst case scenario, we accidentally make we accidentally create Blanca again.
Not Blanca.
Zap him.
I forget, is Blanca supposed to be in Street Fighter 6 yet?
I think he was confirmed for Street Fighter 6.
I would hope so. He's a vet.
Yeah, in fact, like, he's a veteran, and if I'm not mistaken, that the current director of Street Fighter, Ono, I think he admitted that Blanca's his favorite character.
Aww.
I do recall, no, I think he was confirmed, and they gave him a really weird outfit for 6.
Wait, they actually gave Blanca clothes?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
like more than just the shorts. I mean,
like it wasn't just the first time. Like, he's had alternate outfits that do have more than shorts.
Let me actually look that up real quick.
Okay. Yoink and done. Now we bring that fish back with us.
Okay, Murray, take that fish to the cart.
Okay, you know what it is? I remember now. He has a he wears overalls now and a checkered not checkered a bandana. Not a bandana. The things the cowboys wear. A neckerchief.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. That's also ridiculous, and I love it.
Oop.
Anyway.
Good thing
Actually,
that
you know what? I'll just go ahead and share that right here.
Okay.
There he is.
I'm not putting into this video though.
Oh, okay. You all can look it up.
But we want to see how handsome he looks. I think.
He looks so jolly.
He looks like a hobo.
I was about to say, there's a part of me that's a little...
Actually, no, not a hobo, but a bumpkin.
I was about to say, I'm a little worried about the hillbilly vibes I'm getting from him.
I was about to say, like, before you backtrack, I was about to say, he looks more like a hobo than the actual series hobo.
True. Still not a fan of the beard, but, I mean, that's just me.
We'll have to see. I'm more so very curious about how the, For me, I'm very curious about the plot of what the plot is and
Good
the
Lord.
character creation.
Seeing all this fish together makes it look like a freak of nature.
Yuichi will make us some sushi as a reward.
I like sushi. You guys like sushi?
I don't think I've ever tried sushi. Now that I think about it,
I need to try it.
though the fact that just eating like raw. Well, I mean, it's more than just fish, but like. Maybe it's just one of those things I'll have to try at one point in my life to see if I actually like it or not.
That's fair.
That's right, you flex.
Looty shake.
The Looty shake.
Yeah, apparently I need to buy that. But now, yes, now Murray can properly pickpocket people.
It has a very similar vibe to it as what was it called? The one-horned what was it called again? The unicorn costume Coco had in Crash 4.
Oh, right.
Oh, a big horn energy.
Big horned energy, thank you.
God damn, those developers got away with a lot of
Speaking of things, sorry.
I was just saying, like, going on that, it's like, Crash Bandicoot knows what furries are, and he loves them.
Speaking of which, we're going to be dealing with the kimono house, or excuse me, the geisha house next.
Mm-hmm. And first off, because I did notice that in the cutscene,
he moved.
There he is.
Like, does he always move throughout each part of the hub world? Because I don't remember if he was there last time.
So he only appears during certain missions. Yeah, hey, ooga booga. Yeah, that's the key thing, is that whenever you're just... Oh, I love you too. So that is the... So basically, so whenever you're in just free roaming hype, he will not show up. But if you're in certain missions, yes, he will. And, okay.
Here we go, boys.
First things first, as part of this operation, Murray's gotta go... undercover, so to speak.
My greatest role ever.
Murray's like, what? It's like, sorry, Murray, you have to take one for the team. I'm not even there.
Well, I mean, like, I know you say that as a joke, but let's be honest. He is not fully against this, as we'll see, like, at a few points later in the game.
And I'm gonna be 100% honest with everybody right now. This was the part where, when I was playing it, I'm just sitting there going, at the time recording this, I'm 26 years old. What am I doing with my life?
I hope to God my folks don't walk in on this.
Not even this time. This part, not so much. The second time we have to do this hype is the part where I was genuinely like eyeing the door and like ready to hit pause at a moment's notice. And it's the part where I have to be completely come upfront and honest with you, James. I heavily abridged the way that I tackled these particular games. So I'm just gonna come out right. I'm just gonna come out front and say it. Like, I will show you what it's like at first, but then I'm just gonna start showing the cutscenes because gameplay wise, nothing really interesting happens after you, like, once you do like round 1, round 2 through 5 are all the exact same.
I mean, there's still the difference of what you see. Yeah.
Someone on that art team was really, like, you know, getting into the zone on this.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
like,
he was.
you say that as if the first 3 games didn't have enough of that as it is. Like, not even just with Carmelita, but also I'm sure there was someone that found Neela that way too.
Dude, this game is probably the most egregious about that. Like, at least with the classic trilogy, you can make an argument that it was stylized enough to mask that. Here, no. This is 100% furry bait.
And again, the first time we have to do the dancing minigame, you know, that's fine. It's silly, and it's like, and I could see that there's a believable reason why we'd have to do it, because yes, we, as part of the plot has contrived, we learned that El Jefe has a particular favorite geisha that we found that if we can, you know, say that, hey, the geisha is here on this particular day, then El Jefe will, you know, come out and be distracted long enough by going here. Whereas
Real classy, guys.
Oh, I see. There's sumo stompers. Fair enough. Whereas the second time it happens, it is legitimately just contrived, Doug. Like, it just happens. The plot, there's no like prep work for it, and it's literally like the last thing you do before that chapter's done. Like, some developers like, please, I am begging, I will give you $3,000 right now if you can find a way to slip this into the game at one point. And they did, and here we are.
Oh,
And that's all I can really say is just I'm ashamed, and
this whole thing destroyed him.
It's if you like this, more power to you. Get away from my house.
it's not okay. It's not that at the very least. At the very least, all the characters are of age. So if someone did like, it would not be like actually like me actually like, holy crap, no, do not. But it's, again, at the very at best, it's just kind of awkward.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, and here's the third and final way of hacking. Basically like a little tabletop monkey ball kind of game.
Y'all like Marble Madness?
I do like Marble Madness, actually. I enjoyed our look at of Marble It Up. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, granted, I know Iki will never forgive me for leaving him out of that, but still.
Aw, I forgot that you like Marble It Up. I know.
Can you start me at 24 minutes?
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, 24 minutes. Yeah, no problem. Here we're swapping between rails, and for Doug, it's 3, 2, 1, play. Whoa. We got you.
We're all in this together.
Oh, once we know that.
You don't need all the clocks, man. Just get a move on.
Understood. Yeah, I guess I will say, like, so provided you're not getting like stumped on a particular puzzle, like it doesn't take that much to beat these.
And hey, look at it this way: if you're one of those rare few fans of this stuff, let's just say that Sony and Sanzaro got you covered in the form of Bentley's Hack Pack.
It was a game that I was genuinely trying to look into covering at some point. But again, it was only on the Vita, so emulation.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure it was also on PS3.
Oh, okay. You know what? Then I apologize. Of all things, the hack pack was not available for purchase. Only Sly 4 and the Trilogy collection.
Okay, I guess they just delisted it.
Here and just saying, for anybody who is looking into in the emulation scene, between maybe look at the hack pack, definitely for Uncharted's sake, I am still very much wanting to see if Vita emulation is a thing, because there's a couple games on there I'd like to do.
I mean, I hear it's a thing, but much like the 3DS, it's also in its infancy.
Target acquired.
Oh,
Wait.
Murray.
Agent Hawk going in.
That's not how you're supposed to...
Oh.
Oh, that's close.
My son, please be careful. That cable looks rather delicate.
Have no fear. The Murray is here.
That's fair. I will also say... Oh,
Okay, maybe have a little fear.
and also we'll say, as far as the Murray's performance, I actually like his voice here. His voice here is a little bit deeper like it was in Slide 2, which I like.
It's like a nice middle ground between the two.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Alright, let's get to it.
Here it comes, everybody. The Murray is a beautiful geisha.
I am a majestic flower who needs no man.
Madam Geisha, please allow me.
I am a woman. Hear me roar.
I wish I remembered the
So-
lyrics to Reflection, because I would sing that as Murray.
And so, surprisingly, Ryoichi is able to just, stay among the crowd undetected, while the Murray busts a groove.
And it's basically just DDR. The music itself is not...
Less DDR, more Beat Mania.
Okay, Beat Mania. It's not too bad, and it's very interesting dance moves.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much all there really is to see here.
And again, the reason why I'm abridging this is because this is all the gameplay is, and it lasts like 4 minutes.
Well, they
So,
just want you to appreciate how much the Murray can strut his stuff.
I'm gonna say right now, as soon as we reach the end of this bit, and the I'm gonna start editing the cutscenes back to back, because that's basically all you would be. It would be this follow the cutscene, this follow a cutscene. So I'm just gonna start playing them all back to back.
Well, you get some money from this, if nothing else.
Yep, if you get the full combo, but again, I'm just gonna play them all back to back. It saves us a little bit of time.
I love how Ryoichi's like, are you guys seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
I mean, again, they're just so... They're clearly getting... They can't get enough of this stuff. And that guy's just trying to impress.
No. And
Jeez.
Ryoichi's just kind of... Okay, it's a good dop.
Just let him have his fun.
Fine. Done.
Let Murray-san have his fun.
Alright.
Okay.
Jesus.
I do wonder how much fun Chris Murphy had doing those.
I can only imagine, and thank God that's over. I actually will say, that is the only time you actually have to do that as Murray. They'll only have you do it one other time. Again, more on that well later into this playthrough.
Yeah, near around endpoint.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned for now. What will be already the finale of our first major operation. So, yeah.
We'll see you all next time as we, kicke the Hefe.
Girls do just want to have fun.
Thank goodness that mission is over.
Who is that girl I see?